Hey guys, Kirsty Snyder here, ready to rock on our TikTok playlist. If you're catching the replay because of mytiktokplaylist.com, make sure to put replay in the comments below and then be intentionally present. I want you to be able to gain something and be able to give something to this, even if you're catching it later on beyond the 23rd at 9 p.m. Mountain Time, okay? And now if you're catching me right now, make sure to say hi in the comments. I'd love to collaborate with you and see how I can help you make money online, give you tips and tricks for marketing, for being able to increase your sales, for walking away from your job, being able to contribute in the way that you want when it comes to your finances. Now, if you're in the realm of making money online already, if you have a certain goal of something that you want to make, drop me a comment right now. Let me know how much you want to make and why. That way I can help you out in getting you there, whether that means you already have a business, you just need help in increasing it, you want to scale it, you want to maintain it, whatever it is, drop me a comment, let me know. Because the hardcore truth, I guess you could say, is we talk a lot. We talk a lot about how we want to make more money, but a lot of us don't actually go do it. And the reason that we don't go do it is because first, we might not have exactly the steps or the formula in which to get there. Or second, we'd rather talk and be right in the circumstance that we have. Oh, my boss just hasn't given me a raise. Oh, I just can't make more money in this industry. Oh, the sales just aren't coming, or whatever it is. And so we talk a lot, but we don't go get the results that we continue talking about. So my challenge for you guys tonight, and even those on the replay from mytiktokplaylist.com, I challenge you to think, okay, well, if I want to make an extra $3,000 a month or $3,000 a day or $3,000 a week, what does that look like for me? What am I willing and able to do to go get that rather than just talking? Okay. Now, something I want to ask you guys first and foremost is, how much do you want to make if you were to work 1 to 2 hours a day from home, contributing more to yourself financially? How much would you want to make? Drop me a comment. Let me know. I want you guys to be here on purpose. So the more that you can comment, the more you can collaborate, the more I can help you out in getting to the goal that you're talking about, whether that is something like 300 a day or it's 300 a week or somewhere above or below that. Okay. Drop me a comment. Let me know how much you'd want to make. That way I can collaborate with you and help you on purpose. Okay. Now, something that people really struggle with is the fact that they assume they don't have the time. They assume that they can't afford to make more money, and they assume that they just don't know how. If you resonate or you're in the struggle of any of those three, let me know. Let me know which one. Comment now which one you're struggling with. Because the idea of not having the time, the idea of it's not affordable for me, or the idea of I don't know how are the three biggest things that hold a person back from actually going and getting what they want. Okay. So, in shouting a couple of you guys out, Erin, awesome to have you again. 10,000 a month. Okay, cool. So again, I'll ask you, because you've been here before, what are you willing and able to do to get to 10,000 a month? If you were to do it, instead of clocking in and out for 160 hours a month, if you could do it, Erin, in 1 to 2 hours a day, so let's say 14 hours a week rather than 40 hours a week, but 14, what would you be willing and able to do to get to the $10,000 goal? Only you can answer that, okay? Let's see. Lucilla says, I want to be financially free. Okay, cool. Define it. What does financial freedom look like for you? Because for, a gal named Helga who lives in Texas, she might say something like financial freedom is $3,000 a day. Another person like Evelyn might say, well, I just need to make an extra $3,000 a month, right? What does the financial freedom look like for you? Because we all talk how we want financial freedom. We all make noise about wanting financial freedom. But what does that look like? What does it actually mean to have financial freedom? How much you have in the bank, how much you have for retirement, how much you get for savings, how you increase in savings, if you can take a trip, if you get out of debt, what does that look like for you? Be bold, Lucilla, drop me a comment. And if I'm saying your name wrong, please let me know. Let's see. Tara says you don't know how. Okay, cool. So you are not alone. Tara, if you are still here, drop me a yes real fast so I can talk to you directly, okay? The fact that we think we don't know how is exactly the problem and why we don't start a side hustle, or why we sit and research what side hustle to do, right? Tara, do you relate? You're on the search for a side hustle. That's why you're even watching this video now, because the algorithm put us together. You might have seen this side hustle video about this and this side hustle video about that. And then you're not sure which one to do because it's going to cost too much or it's going to be too time consuming. And then at the end of all of those assumptions, you think, well, I don't know how to do it. I'm not good at that. Are you good at anything until you start it? Do you know what to do until you start doing it? Did you know how to be a mom before you were one? Did you know how to go in labor before you did? Did you know how to quit a job or get hired at a job or go to college or attend class, or to not do any of those things, to step away from it, to have a confrontation about something? Did you know how to do any of that before you did? No. So why would making money and starting a side hustle be any different? The way to resolve, I don't know how to do it, is to take action in the side hustle that you resonate with. Okay. Whether that be digital marketing like me, that's a passive way of income, or that be high ticket affiliate marketing, that be selling, journals on Amazon, that be selling something that you make, that be creating something that you ship to someone, that be training dogs, that be training on how to do scuba diving, whatever it is. If you resonate, you need to take action. Action cures fear. The research overwhelm that one might experience, maybe Tara, that's you right now. The overwhelm that you're experiencing for I don't know where to start, I don't know how to do it. You learn how by getting started. You learn how by doing something that you've not done before. Otherwise, you're just going to sit and have Groundhog Day and have the same old results every single time. Same results mean the same type of income. Think of your life for a moment, you guys. Think of your life for a moment. Be intentional about this next statement. If in 1 year time, you were still making the same amount, you still had the same health, you still had the same relationships, you never moved or did anything different with your job currently, would you be okay with that? Would you be okay with that? Drop me a yes or no. And be honest. You're totally good with your health. You never want to see that increase. You're totally good with your finances. You never desire to see that increase. You're totally fine with your relationships. You're just perfectly great with all of every single relationship you have. Okay. Resounding no. You're not okay with it looking at 12 months from now. So why in the world wouldn't you do something right now today to make sure that a year from now is and will be different? Think about it. It would piss me off. It would make me so mad if I was the same place financially right now that I am in a year from now. Not because I need to settle, and not because making X amount is not good enough. Not because I just need to chill out and be complacent. No, because if I'm not growing, I'm disintegrating. If you're not creating and you're not stepping into something unfamiliar on purpose, you are dying. Now, I don't mean like physical death. I'm talking spiritual. I'm talking mental. I'm talking emotional. You emotionally give up because you're not contributing, because you're not increasing in some type of way. Hello. What's something to shoot for? How many of you guys set goals? I'm sure all of you guys, kind of a dumb question, I'm sure. You're like, duh, Kirsty, I set goals. How many of you guys set goals? Just put the word goals if you do. Put the word goals if you do. There's like 50 something of you guys on contribute. How many of you guys set goals? Yes or no? Put goals in the comments if you do. Okay, Lucilla sets goals. Annie sets goals. Amni says goals. Okay, who else? Anyone else? Only 3 of you guys? For real? Come on. I know you guys set goals. Participate. Shine with the love emoji sets goals. Okay, Alexa W sets goals. Awesome to have you, Alexa. Casey Turnbow, you set goals. Aaron sets goals. Okay, cool. So let me ask you something. The goal that you have financially for this year, you might have one because you're the typical I set a goal in January, right? Sandra, Jessica, you guys set goals. Do you set goals per month? Do you set goals per week? What about a goal for the day? How do you know where to take your day if you don't know where you're going? Think about it. How would you even know what destination, especially financially, how would you even know what goal to go for or what to shoot for or what action steps to take if you don't know where you're going? Think about it. So you set goals. Okay, cool. So you guys who commented, Jessica, Sandra, Erin, Casey, Alexa, Shine, Amni, Annie, Lucilla, you guys set goals. How much do you want to make this month? Drop me a comment. Let me know. If you could just write yourself a check and be paid next Wednesday for your work that you did this month in May, when the month is over and it's June 1st, how much would you want to make? What would your goal be? If you could just, magically appear, you get this amount in your bank. I write you a check. I'm like, here you go, Erin. Here you go, Nicole. How much would you want to make? Okay, 10,000, Erin. Lucilla wants 30,000. Shine wants 7,000. Sandra wants 10,000. Nikki, what's up, girl? Nicole, what's up? Good to have you. Okay, Casey wants 5 to 10. Be more specific. You don't have a specific target. You're not going to get a specific result. Okay. Amni wants 10,000. Annie wants 10,000. Love it. Amni, if I'm not saying your name right, please let me know. Cash flow creator Hillary wants 30K. So reverse engineer it here for a second. And I know I put it on, like, in my opinion, more of a short time frame, but if your goal is to make, let's say a good number, 7,000 by next Thursday, June 1st, you have to be all honest with yourself. Be genuine with yourself. Show up authentically. What are you willing and able to do from now till then to get to 3,000, Alexa? To get to 20,000, Binder Baker? To get to the goal that you have. Otherwise, you're just talking. You're just making noise. You have to attach yourself to the goal, yeah. So you're not having Groundhog Day. But even more than that, you have to reverse engineer it and say, okay, what does my daily routine look like? What is something that I am willing and able to do on the daily to get a different result the next day, to get a different result the following month, to get a different, more increased result a year from now? Because a moment ago, I said specifically, you guys set goals, right? And you guys said resounding, no, you don't want to be in the same spot a year from now. So if I were to call you up, Lucilla, and say on May 23rd, 2024, okay, listen, you're still making 3,000 a month or whatever you're making. Okay, we'll just use that as an example. You'd be pissed. You'd be mad. So what is it you're willing and able to do today so that your finances a year from now would be shocking for you? Making 30,000 in 1 week. What's the math on that, you guys? Do the math. What's the math on that? Like, I don't know. 30,000 divided by, let's see, we have like 8 days till June. Okay. That's making $3,750 a day. What are you willing and able to do to make $3,750 in 1 day? Have you ever done that before? Is that so far-fetched that would be unrecognizable in a year from now? Did you know within my business you could be doing that a year from now? The people who I teach for free, by the way, in digital marketing, do that. You could be doing that. And yet instead, you'd rather be right and stay in the results you have because you're uncomfortable in, can I afford it? Do I know how? Do I have the time? Right? You guys, some of you commented earlier, I'm just not sure how. You never know how till you're in it. You can't figure out how by researching and staying where you are. You do it, you learn it, you develop the skill set to get $3,750 in a day or in a week or in a month, whatever your goal. You do that by doing something different. Does that make sense? Drop me a make sense if that's something that like hits home for you in any type of way. Okay. Just drop the word make sense. Okay. Scrolling up here, making sure I didn't miss any comments. Lucilla says we are more scared to succeed than fail. Amen. Do you know how many times I set out for a new goal and I intentionally pause and hold myself back because I'm like, I know I'm going to succeed, which for some people would be like, wow, cocky SOB, right? No. The fear of success is actually a harsher truth to realize about yourself, especially subconsciously, than the fear of failure, because I could smack the fear of failure in your face right now and resolve it in one sentence. The only way you fail in working online is if you never start, or you start then quit. So start, take a bet on you, get used to choosing you and your financial goals, and then don't be a quitter. It's that simple. That's the only way to fail. The only way to succeed is to do the persistence of what you have in here. You talk, not you guys, but just in general, you talk a lot. You talk a lot to your friends. You talk a lot to your family. You talk a lot to your dog or your significant other and whoever. And you say, I really want to make this amount. I really want to get rid of my job. I really want to get out of debt. Gosh dang, I'm so mad that blah, 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 blah about my finances, right? You talk all the time. Talk. Making noise, making some noise. Do you actually go get the result that you talk about, or do you sit and just make noise? That's an answer that only you can answer. You ask yourself that. If you talk too much and you're too obsessed with being right about your situation, you will never go get results about the situation you keep saying. Does that make sense? I know that's a lot. It's kind of like a brain, like, what type of thing. But think about it for a sec, you guys. The only way to go and get 30 grand in a month, 30 grand in a week, is to stop making noise, stop talking about how you wish one day you could do it, and instead go do it. Go do it, okay? The problem is, I'm going to call some of you guys out and you don't even know it. You're looking for perfection. Well, I don't know how to do it, so I can't do it until I know how to do it. Wrongo. You have to do it in order to develop the skill set to understand better how to maximize that talent and maximize that passion and be able to go further financially than maybe you've ever gone before. Okay? Does that make sense? Drop me a make sense if you agree or if that resonates in any type of way for you. Because we talk all the time. We could talk all day long. I could hold an 8-hour mastermind talking about this stuff, but unless I actually practice what I preach, I'm never going to go get different results financially. You feel me? Nikki, good to have you, baby girl. Let's see. Just scrolling up, making sure I didn't miss any comments here. Alexa says, I just want to be out of debt and be able to live more comfortably, provide for my kids. So define it even more, Alexa. If you're still here, drop me a yes. Define it even more. What does it mean to get out of debt? Who cares? Everyone and their dog wants to get out of debt, Alexa. Why does it matter for you? Why does it matter for you? How much debt do you have? In what time frame do you want to get rid of it? Because the reality, the end result of I don't have any debt is the statement, is the phrase of everything I make is mine to spend, invest, and keep as I wish, instead of owing someone else something that I worked hard for. That's the end result of no debt. Oh my gosh, you should write that down. The replay of this, by the way, will be on my TikTokplaylist.com as soon as it's done downloading after I'm done live. Okay? My TikTokplaylist.com for the 23rd. You guys will see it there on my channel. That's the end result of no debt. How much? In what time frame do you want to be done with it? And what does it mean to live comfortably, Alexa? What does that look like for you? Is that going to Hawaii for a week? Or is that chilling and watching Netflix with your kids because you can rather than reporting to a boss that you don't like? What does that actually look like for you? The more you can define it, the more you know where you're going, the more you'll be able to have that end result. But without the definition, you're not going to get that specific result. Does that make sense? Even on top of that, your sentence here, provide more for your kids. Okay, cool. How many kids do you have? What are the ages? What do you mean by provide? Define it. Define it. You know what I mean? Now, you don't have to be commenting all of this right now. I haven't scrolled down, so maybe you have, but you don't have to define it here. Maybe it's just pen to paper for yourself later. Define where you want to go so that your destination can be specific to what you have and what you talk about. Does that make sense? We talk about it, but don't take the action. Amen. We talk about it all the time because we'd rather talk and be right about our current circumstance than actually go get the thing we keep saying. Michelle, I am a digital marketer. I teach people like yourself for free how to do it effectively and generate passive income. Let's see. The saying goes, actions speak louder than words. Yes, Jessica. You got it. Okay. A person can't discuss their money issues with their family or friends. Why not? Viper 1 times 2. Why not? If you're still here, drop me why you believe that a person can't discuss their money issues with family or friends. How come? Let me know. Okay, I think I'm kind of up on the comments. Now, listen. Viper 1x2. This is a really good topic. How come you can't talk to family and friends about finances? Why not? Here's my personal take on it, and this might kind of irk people, and that's fine. The only way for you to get out of poverty, whether that definition for you is I have debt, whether that definition is I have to go to a job I don't like, whether that's literal poverty where you don't have a place to go each night, whatever that defines it for yourself, okay? The only way to get out of poverty is to replace it with abundance. So the very fact that a person, not just Viper, but any of you guys, would think, I can't talk finances to people who are closest to me, this is where it's going to irk you, maybe, is you staying in poverty by you not sharing what you're capable of. You should not have to dim your light, whether that's about finances, whether that's about your health, whether that's about your relationship. It's a concern that you have. It's something that you are incredibly passionate about, good or bad, positive or negative. You should be able to talk about anything that makes you grow, which includes income. And you could do it and talk about it with anyone you associate with, because if you don't, you're staying in poverty. For example, I am the second oldest of 9 kids. In my whole family, at least my personal opinion, I'm the only one out of 9 kids who's okay and so comfortable and confident talking about money. Why? Because the only way for me to allow someone to increase financially is to bring up the thing that they want to increase in, right? If I were to hold a $100 bill right now and I were to cut it up, would that make you uncomfortable? Probably. That even makes me be like, oh man, I don't give away my $100 bill, right? But the reason it's uncomfortable is because you're not yet comfortable talking about money. When you can develop the skill set of talking about money, talking about increase, knowing that you can go farther with a thing called money, that's literally a piece of paper that supposedly we need to report to. No, money works for us. We don't work for it. It's just a matter of shifting your mindset into how can I make this thing called paper, this thing called money, how can I make it work for me instead of me working for it and reporting to it? You know what I mean? The more comfortable you can be in talking about money and talking about finances, the more you'll attract that thing that you keep talking about or the thing that you're hoarding inside because you're uncomfortable. Does that make sense? Drop me a makes sense if you feel me right now in any type aspect for anything I just said on that topic, okay? Me being one of 9 kids, I don't know this for a fact, but my observation is I do make the most money. Out of all my siblings, there's 8 other siblings, all the way from, let's see, my older brother is, how old is he? 31 or 32, my oldest brother. And then 15 months later, there's me, all the way down to my brother who is 16, okay? 9 kids, I'm the one making the most money, not because of my age, not because of my gender, not because of anything else, aside from I'm okay to talk about the thing that I want to increase with, which is money. But it's not about the money, you guys. That's a piece of paper. It's literally a piece of paper that I could rip up, right? Yet we let that thing, paper, determine exactly what we do in life. And if you're not comfortable talking about it, that's exactly why you are where you are financially. Is that too big of a slap to the face? Let me know. Now, it wasn't always this way for me. Back in, let me think, the fall 2020, I was in over $120,000 of unsecured debt. I did not want to talk about money. It made me so uncomfortable. It made me feel like I was so less than anyone and anything else. How dare I get in such financial strain, feeling suffocated, feeling embarrassed. $120,000 of unsecured debt, that means that they were dumb choices like credit cards, not something like I have a house, okay? Now fast forward to right now. So what is that, like how long is that? 2.5 years ago-ish, a little over 2.5 years ago. This house that I'm in with this cute green accent wall, green because of money, haha. I hope you understand my joke here. This accent wall that I have behind me, this house that we built, that we moved into in February this year, the fact that we can take our kids on trips to Hawaii just because we can, that didn't happen based on luck. That shift from debt and suffocation up into now building a house, being able to move in and do so without the stress of money, and do so taking kids to Hawaii because we can, instead of, can I take time off? That didn't happen based on luck. That happened based on design. What's the definition of design, you guys? Just drop me a quick, whatever your definition is. What's the definition of design? I'll wait. Just drop me a comment. Riza, let me know. Do you have an available spot to learn this week? Yep, I sure do. Find me on YouTube, Get Fully Informed, and I'll get you a training spot. The definition of design, you guys. When you design something, sure, Steph, you think it out for sure. I love it. When you design something, you create something. Exactly, Amni. You're creating something. You know the word create, like the literal definition of create means to bring into existence. Just like an architect when building something, a structure, a building, a house, whatever, okay? Or even an interior designer. An interior designer sits and puts the pieces together and structures it like a puzzle piece. They might see the full picture for what it is they're going to put together, right? Like a blueprint for a house or whatever else. And then they have to put in the structure and the pieces and have to have certain things put in place in order for that structure to be built exactly how they pictured it. It's the exact same thing with your goals. It's the exact same thing with your money. It's the exact same thing with you staying in research overwhelm for what side hustle to do compared to actually taking action on it. If you know your end result, if you know your actual end result for how much money you want to make, you'd be able to get there. But the fact that you continue staying in the research overwhelm and not building the design that you keep talking about is making it so you stay where you are financially. Does that make sense? Drop me a make sense if so. Now, the thing is, if the word create means to bring into existence, what's the opposite of create? If you're not creating, you're stagnant, you're going backward, right? How many of you guys have ever felt you're going backward financially? Just drop a me if that's you. You currently, you back in the past, like I was in 2020. If you've ever felt like you're stagnant and you're going backwards, it's probably because you're not doing something that's creative. Now, I'm not saying creative like, oh, you have to be artsy fartsy. That's not what I'm saying. Creative in the sense of, what can I bring into existence today? What's something that I can do, that I can contribute, that I can give so that I can intentionally gain something like a boomerang comes right back to me, right? When you know that, when you know how to create rather than disintegrate, when you know how to innovate rather than remain stagnant, you will succeed. But until you do that, you're going to have Groundhog Day. And in a week, a month, a year from now, you're going to be talking to me the same way. Oh, I still want to make 10 grand. Oh, I still want to make 3 grand. Oh, I still want to, contribute financially and get out of debt. The only way to get out of debt is to think abundance. You can't be thinking debt if you want to get out of it, right? And just like you guys commented, what's the end result for getting out of debt? The fact that you can say to yourself, every single amount of money I make is mine to spend, invest, or keep however I want. That is such an empowering statement, you guys. Instead of owing other people, you could make, keep, invest however, whenever you want. That is why I do what I do. I'll be honest, that is 100% why I do what I do. Not for me. Sure, for me, I get the benefit. It's just like karma, right back to me. When I give, I gain, right? But it's so much more about stepping into abundance for other people to allow themselves the same thing. It's a contagious energy. To get out of poverty, you replace it with abundance. You don't say to yourself, like, I'm never going to increase. I'm never going to increase. I wish. No wishing, go do. No wishing, go do it. Exactly. You reap what you sow. You plant seeds now, your harvest grows. You talk about planting seeds and wishing it would rain and you're not even prepared. Of course, you're not going to get that freaking harvest. Hello. You know what I mean? Nicole, yep, I was just talking about something else, but I did see your comment. Thanks for commenting again. I do not do drop shipping. No, not even close. I do digital marketing and I teach people for free, just like you, how to do digital marketing as well so you can generate passive income. Brandon says, best way to reach you and what is the total upfront cost and investment? At the most, Brandon, $212. $12 to get a domain so that I can customize the capture page, email sequencing, and funnel for you on the back end for free, usually on GoDaddy. If you get a workwithbrandon.com domain, it's going to be about 11 or $12. Okay. $200 at the highest level for digital marketing if you want the most benefit for income and the benefits and all that good stuff. But for sure, go get Fully Informed Brandon. You can hop over to my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel has plenty of information. The top few videos there are going to be all about digital marketing. I did a training on Sunday the 21st, a couple days ago. It's an hour and a half long training, but I slowed down on purpose, Brandon, trying to help people like yourself understand the process so they knew exactly what they were getting into. Not to sit and pitch you and accidentally be like, oh, just kidding, get a high ticket offer. No, it's literally $212 at the very highest. That's it. Let's see. Nicole, I'd love you to go to my YouTube channel, Get Fully Informed. If you guys have additional questions after that, you can text me directly. Just let me know you came from my TikTok live. My number is on my YouTube channel. Be sure to watch through the videos first though, so you have a little bit of information. Okay. Otherwise, if you text me, I'm just going to send you my YouTube channel anyway to get fully informed. It's more important to me to have you understand what to do and how it works than to sit back and forth and customer service you, because that's not going to help you, But you can find me on Facebook also if you want to send a voice clip or something. It's the same handle, just Kirsty Snyder, KYRSTISNYDER. For Instagram, for TikTok, for YouTube, for Facebook, it's all just my first last name. I usually go an hour on my TikTok lives. And I've gone about 35 minutes and my husband's over here being like, hey, remember you said you would stop. Not because he needs me, but because I get too crazy and then I go too long. Anyway, let's see. Amy, my YouTube channel is my first last name, Kirsty Snyder. And just looking at your next comment, Brandon, how much time does it take to get through the course and training? How quickly can I launch? Awesome question, Brandon. So it's actually meant to have you earn and learn at the same time. Keep in mind, I don't sell a course. What you're opting into for $200 plus $12 to a domain. The domain is for you to sell the digital product, and the $200 is for you to opt into the digital product because it's a business in a box. So you have to own the product in order to sell it and generate yourself 50% commissions, 25% residuals. That being said, though, it's the training for how to do that is taught 3 times a week. I can tell you guys the times if you want it. Just let me know. Say, yeah, training, and I'll tell you the time so you can jot it down if you want to. But I teach 3 times a week for free, continuously. Replays always included. And then, oh my gosh, what was I going to say? The earning and learning, the free funnel and marketing system that you get that I created, Brandon, is to have you earn and learn at the same time. So it's a matter of going through the first couple videos. It's what we call our fast start guide, taking action on what you learn. You could be earning in that same time frame because it's a tutorial based thing. It's not like a hurry up and binge like Netflix, gain all this information, and then you sit there like, what else do I do? You do it as you learn it. Does that make sense? Let me know. Let me know. Steph says, do you help set up the product? Yep, the product is a digital savings membership. It's literally a business in a box. That'll make way more sense. Steph, if you go to my YouTube channel and get fully informed. Okay, so Brandon, Aaron, Rhonda, Miranda, Amni. Okay, you 5 want the training times? Cool. So when you opt into your business in a box, you work with me directly. I train you for free every single week, replays included. Those times are Monday at noon Eastern. Again, replays included. So if you have a job and you can't make it at noon, that's okay. Monday at noon Eastern, Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern. So I got off a training tonight, about an hour and a half ago. Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, and then Friday at noon Eastern. And we have long going, always there replays on 3 different playlists for those 3 times. So Monday, Tuesday, and Friday. Yes, sir. You got it. Very excited to collide with you guys. Make sure to get fully informed on my YouTube channel. And we'll see you on the next live video. To catch this replay, you can go to mytiktokplaylist.com. mytiktokplaylist.com. If you go there, that'll take you to the replays for anything I've done over the last week or 2 on TikTok. But you can also click my name and be able to go right over to my YouTube channel. You can navigate to my YouTube channel from that domain as well. mytiktokplaylist.com. Okay. Have a beautiful night, you guys. Thanks for popping on. I appreciate you. Talk to you soon.